followed Aches' career. He's always been very hypercritical of other regions such as Europe, Australia, and well, now it's a team of 4 Europeans that could well send him all the way to relegation.
We'll see though. It's not going to be easy because Aches specifically has been fantastic on this map. I think as the flex player, he's done a very nice job, and Nameless as well. Nameless is a player that's gotten a decent amount of flack as an AR, but at least on the Forest we saw yesterday, he was an absolute monster. But of course, EG, they're going to need that. They got to. Oh wow, they're actually going for that's a lot of ARs off the break.
It most definitely is, but early on, it's going to be EG controlling the first 30 seconds or so. Smokes out once again. Thrown out from the UNILAD boys, allows them to cross in towards that hill. They're going to contest it and win the gunfight, so the final 20 seconds or so, if they can kill Enable, should be good for them. Expect Enable to fall, he will. Now, the big thing to watch, Wuskin on your minimap, number 2, the first player to rotate to the new hill. And he's going to have a couple of key gunfights that must be won. The first is going to be on App over towards you. Enable's going to join that fight, and Wuskin all by himself, not going to be able to lock it down.
That is a good and necessary break. Wuskin's got triple team, getting shot from all angles. So it is EG that wins the rotation battle, and we all know you can get a substantial amount of time on this hill, and they have mid control as well. So Moose, he can't do much, and where can UNILAD go? They have to send 2 players on the flank. So question is EG going to be aware? It's Aches that's going to be looking out for him.
And that's going to be UNILAD almost being forced to waste a lot of time. So some free hill being given over towards EG, but now the first potential break could come through in form of Wuskin. Expect him to be met by Nameless. Nameless ultimately drops. Aches there to trade though. Double kill from him. Scraps and Shawnee both fall. And EG have started off very, very well indeed. The final 27 seconds of Ruins. And to be honest, it doesn't look like UNILAD can break this hill.
No, not at all. And they don't even want to attempt it anymore. They need to keep control of Bunker. It was an interesting decision by Aches just to go on the flank because it does guarantee the final bit of time on Runes. So they are going to have a very substantial lead, but you do give up that early control. And UNILAD, you can see how important they think of the pressure. They didn't even keep someone on the hill. They made sure to keep that player, Shawnee, outside mid-cut just for the help. But now EG can pour the pressure on the back. Aches and Apathy each getting 1.
And here's the key as well. You don't want to see App and Aches slow down too much. Both players trying to fight for streaks. Streaks could be massive here in game 1. Enable ultimately going to fall. App going to go for the challenge, and this could be the break. And right now, I want to send it to an Astro Gaming listening with Evil Geniuses.
One on streaks. They got me, dude. He scraps the backside Oscars. Yeah, Oscars. Yo, I got one Oscars. Yo, the front bucket here. They're all in front. I'll go fire alley. Outside. I gotta go. Inside. One shot.
I have your outside.
He's inside. Challenge. He's 1A, guys. Right corner. Challenge. That's one light. Well, guy might be outside.
Once it could be fire alley.
I'm you.
Fire. Stay down.
Outside. One shot. Going around the back. He's absolutely back.
They're nading me, guys.
One's no man. Runes Pat.
Where are you?
2-0.
Get cabin.
Dark got me.
One dark, you can cabin. I'm gonna help you get cabin. I need no mans.
In cabin. 1A. He's 1A cabin. You can trade him. He's in cabin.
Yeah, I got shot from no mans.
I spawn light.
2 cabin. We got it.
Go around. You two.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around.
Cabin weak.
Take your time, get kills.
I spawned back bridge.
Yeah, one's in cabin.
I can hold back bridge.
Once you... Cabin, guys. Cabin. They have runes.
We can hill, one shot hill.
I'm nading it. I nade over.
One's you on me.
Got him.
You dead. I'm trying to stay up. One could be you right now, Ian. It's you. I hit him with a bullet right side.
Cabin heady weak. Back up. Cabin heady back up.
You. Half health. He's half off. Big trade.
Cabin, one shot.
I spawned back bridge.
With two cabin.
There, of course, a glimpse at the comms coming in from EG as we hop straight back on board with Aches. Note, he didn't get his streaks, neither did Apathy. Both fell a little short, but Apps had a great start, as has Aches. 12-6 and 11-8. And as we stay with Aches, Wuskin finally finds that pick. And speaking of Wuskin, he may actually find Apathy there as well.
And the streaks, I think, are going to be huge, right? Because how many times have we seen Apathy in the past 2 or 3 days get 1 kill off streaks and then play slow? Like we saw him by Bunker. He could have contested a solid, 5-10 seconds, and maybe he even wins the gunfight inside the hill, but he gives up the time, doesn't get the kill, doesn't get streaks, and I feel like they waste opportunities quite a bit. They play so safe, but they never execute, right? Like, if you're going to play safe, you got to get the kills, and that's been a fault, because UNILAD has stormed back into this game, and more importantly, I think they handled the previous hill as well. UNILAD obviously done a fantastic job outside of those first 2 hills.
That's the key. They were able to have some good success at East Road, and want to give some love to Shawnee as well, stepping things up in a big way. Started off slow. Scraps shuts down Aches mid-map, Enable there for the trade. Wuskin still controlling Bunker, however, and this has been a good first 30 seconds on our second rotation here for UNILAD. Shawnee will fall inside the hill. Is the trade going to come through? Doesn't look like it just yet. No, Moose also thinking about that second hill. He's going to have the fight with Enable mid-map, but decides to just try and leave that, which is is the smart play because he's going to have some teammate support. And there comes Wuskin on the flank. And more importantly, Wuskin gets a fighter pilot. Could be working on more streaks here as well.
And this is going to be huge just for the rotation. Of course, EG does get that scrap time, so they'll have a noticeable lead, but the streaks can basically guarantee you 20 seconds, if not more, on this next hill. And they're winning all the gunfights as well. And, well, a split spawn for EG. There is an opening for them, but it seems like UNILAD completely aware of it. They have control of all parts of the map. They got to win the gunfights, though.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty unfortunate spawn for Aches, or I should say, yeah, for Aches, because players spawn directly behind him, and Aches is going to get shot in the back. The fighter pilot's going to be used as well by Wuskin. 4 players go down. UNILAD now with a full control. Moose is the furthest player out, probably going to have the first engagement here as EG try and get their way over towards the hill. App falls, and Moose in a great position just to get all the cuts. That's 2 for him, but unfortunately, EG spawned directly behind him. UNILAD, they're going to have to push out here if they want to control bunker.
This is fine, though. Plenty of time, and I think they still have a glide bomb to work with, and the player with the glide bomb is in the hill, so if he ever needs to help his team, he can do it. You see, though, one player spawns out. That's going to be Apathy. He might just be able to catch Shawnee and shoot in the back, so Shawnee's got to go and realize some pressure. So EG seem to be in a solid spot. They actually, no, they had the bad spot. Apathy didn't get the kill fast enough, so more players are spawning out, and Wuskin should be able to call this out because of the glide bomb. The players in the back have to push. Nameless has got to take down.
And you call it, the players in the back have to push through. First one's going to be Moose, as UNILAD looks to just try and break in. They have the lead, 144-118 here in the first game of our best of 5. UNILAD have success. They're controlling the spawns for now. EG still spawning a little further out. Hardpoint currently contested. Moose shuts down Aches. The challenge should come through. Nameless managed to find that pick now. Wuskin go for a flank of his own, but Nameless denies. Still, however, UNILAD with the good spawns.
Nameless heating up as well. He's on a 4 streak. Might be working towards close those streaks. And there you see, he is getting all of those kills inside of the hill. Not only are those, well, the most important gunfights to win, but you get extra points because of it. So, Nameless, the man trying to go huge for his team, trying to keep them in this game, and potentially take the lead. We're going to a very open hill. You got some score streaks. Invest them. Rack up some time. We've seen EG with a ton of success on this main street hill. Of course, so UNILAD at the time, they do have control.
And obviously, you know, we talk about the high-pressure situations. I mean, Nameless is a player who's no stranger to those. He's gone through some incredible runs throughout his career, and this could just be another one of those series where he steps up for the team. He's going to invest the first streak. It's going to be the glide bump over towards East Road. He's going to get full information now on how UNILAD are set up. Gets the pick as well. The question is, has App done enough to dictate the spawn? 3 players from UNILAD spawn cabin side. App should be good now, just to look over towards his left-hand side, but not going to find that pick just yet. Wuskin with the bayonet straight to the heart of Enable. And once again, UNILAD having good success here on East Road.
And that's huge. You see how much importance UNILAD just placed on control. They didn't rush back into the hill after the streaks get called in. They made sure to get the kills first. They're happy to toss away an extra bit of time if that means they get more later on. So 1 streak down, all for naught from the side of EG. Still a close game, though, of course, but UNILAD, again, outside of the first 2 hills, have looked insanely good.
Yeah, looking at the current score, 168 and 146. 9 seconds left on East Road. That might go over towards EG. Shawnee's going to be the last challenge there. He falls. Realistically, Moose now, the key player for UNILAD. He's over in bunker, but a couple players to his left and his right. He could just play this one slow, to be honest. He's going to find one. That's App. Unfortunately, won't find anything more. So EG with the advantage early here on the first hill of the third rotation.
Forcing out the deep spawn as well. It was Nameless that was inside a cabin, of course. Well, there you go.
That?
4-man down. Now Nameless, who had control, has to burn another streak, and this is just for the cave hill, of course. He should be able to find quite a few players. He's going to make sure to find 2. Scraps gets taken down, so you got a 4-man sweep with the reverse 4-man sweep. It did take a streak, though.
And here's the key. He's allowed to do that on Cave Hill, which normally you would say, don't waste that streak, simply because Aches has a fighter pilot of his own. So it's not like you've invested, well, that, I'm not sure I agree with that. I'm going to be honest. Of course, he is using it on rotation, so that 22 seconds of scrap time goes to them, but these are the key gunfights. For that to be a worthwhile play, EG have to hold the new hill. It's crucial because now if they don't, they have no extra utility to break inside.
Nameless does pick up 2, though, but it is going to be about a 50-50. I will say, Aches calling in the streak, it means your teammates can rotate early. You don't have to worry about not getting scrap time because you guarantee those kills. But at the same time, scraps are not scraps. UNILAD, they'll have more bodies. They'll still have more players overside the Ruins Hill. So, yeah, if UNILAD makes a nice comeback here, which Wuskin's he's trying, he picks up 2, that could be a costly mistake.
Aches trying to do everything he can, though. Ultimately falls. UNILAD still with control of the hill. 40 seconds left on Ruins. Will the fighter pilot bite them in the ass? That's the question. Scraps doing a wonderful job just roaming around. Picks up 2 so far. Currently sitting at 22-22. That's Aches mid-map. UNILAD now going on a little bit of a surge. Enable mid, 1 shot. Scraps just trying his best to stay alive. And whilst all these fights are going on, UNILAD still in the hill. That streaks for Scraps. What a time to turn up.
Oh, this is huge as well. They're getting the remainder of this time. So, I mean, after the end of the Ruins Hill, what? You're going to have a situation where UNILAD is 30 points away from ending the game. So, EG, desperation time. Lucky for them, the streaks aren't going to kill them on bunker necessarily.
True.
So there is the potential for them to get that full 60, and then it just comes down to that Main Street hill, Ben.
That would have been a massive kill for Moose. Opens up the entire Bell side of the map. And Scraps now, he is going to use that streak. Aches will fall. Enable should also drop as well. But as you can see, UNILAD still spawning over towards cave size. Scraps, realistically here, if he can push and get control of Bell, it would be big. Instead, he's going to cut mid-map. Will he actually go straight through Fire Alley? He will. They want to just assault the front. Still a glide bomb for Scraps. And honestly, Scraps just taking control of the game. The artillery has been earned as well. He's just going to drop that right at the back. No, decides not to. I thought he was going to drop it right on the back towards the spawns. Potentially could have helped, but for now, EG stay alive, chance.
That was an instant reaction from Scraps. Heard the call out on the back, says, nope, no time for this. Got to do it with the gun. But you see that might be a costly streak calling in from Scraps early on. The fighter pilot didn't get anything. They do spawn in the back, which this is huge time just to even contest. Nameless doesn't win the gunfight, but he registered the pressure. So, yeah, UNILAD in a pretty good spot. They got an artillery they can put on Main Street Hill, and then they have a streak that they can win on flag. But then after he goes, well, he's on a 5 streak. He's trying to heat up for the squad, and they're calling him in now. We basically have a tie game.
I mean, he has to. He absolutely has to. He has a teammate back bridge, but no! The team kill comes through. That was Aches. Aches was a player who could have just massively dictated the spawns. Still a fighter pilot for App, though. Bear that in mind. An artillery barrage on the side of UNILAD. UNILAD have done so well on East Road, you would assume they might be able to close it out here, but in comes the fighter pilot from App. Finds one, spots Moose and Wuskin. They're going to be callouts, but UNILAD still spawning back bridge.
And he calls the artillery on the hill. Doesn't want EG to win here, but they're still in the hill. Aches hasn't died yet. Finally, he gets taken down, but can UNILAD get in the hill? I don't know if a player can. He's on the edge. He called it perfectly on the edge, so now EG has to contest. They got a player flanking around back. He doesn't get it. They got to push. They got to go now.
And I don't think App actually has time to call in the mortar strike. Now he's going to be forced to. 244 to 134 game. UNILAD still desperately trying to contest through, but in goes EG. They pick up the kills. They're about to reach 240 as well. 12 seconds left. They can win it here, and it could come down to Moose. The play hardpoint now contested. Aches is going to fall. Moose can win the game right here, right now. EG, they have to contest in the final seconds. The streaks come through from App. Moose falls, and now it's a just desperation. Rushes Scraps, picks up a double, and UNILAD take map 1.
Rotations are key, Ben. The streaks get burned at the end, but they didn't have enough. And UNILAD, by the skin of their teeth, pull it off all the way to cave. That mortar strike was clutch. The glide bombs were clutch. Everything was clutch. What a game number 1.
Who makes the big play there?
Everyone?
Everyone makes the play. Moose, so sneaky. You cannot give enough credit for that play. Stays alive in cabin, waits, gets an easy kill. Then the teammate support comes through with the streaks as well, which is perfect. Pushes UNILAD over the edge. And then, of course, the battle for the rotation comes through. UNILAD had already set up in what was, to be honest, an absolutely epic ending to game 1.
Absolutely. I had no criticism from either team. Like we talked about Aches. Is that fighter pilot usage on the cave hill great? It helps his team. There's a good idea behind it. Is the fighter pilot from Scraps before the rotation comes in great? Maybe not. But like it was a back and forth fight. Players going off to earn streaks. Any player that had a slow start turned their game around and went massive at some point from both teams. Ultimately, UNILAD too strong? Well, not even. Again, like it's just not the right word. It's just genuinely good game. It genuinely was.
Seconds. That's all that game came down to, and it just shows you, I think this best of 5 really could be a great one. Again, to reiterate, if you're just tuning in and maybe you haven't been watching any of Stage 1, this is a relegation match. The loser will get relegated. Good old Europe versus North American match, and so far it's UNILAD that draw first blood. A very, very close game 1, however, and I'm curious to see now if they can use that momentum to carry it through into that search and destroy.
Oh, God. Yeah, it is momentum, I guess, going to map 2, but it has to be. I'm trying to think, we do say a lot. The more tough wins to, the tougher pill to swallow is when you get so close and lose in the end, which is tough for EG. If you get blown out, you say, I'll just put it behind us. So it's not going to be easy. Of course, though, we mentioned before, you talk about a veteran roster, people that have been in the situation. How many, COD Champs finals have the roster of EG have between them? 4, 5, 6, something like that. It seems like they've all been there at one point or another. So Yes, they feel the pressure. Yes, they can bounce back. And UNILAD, though, same thing we saw from United, right? You got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. You don't want to give away any momentum back to the other team.
The thing that worries me a little bit, though, is that match right there, or that map, I should say, sorry, it kind of sums up EG, does it not? Like, they get so close, and then they throw, as in the recent weeks, right? The way that they've been losing some of their games has just been almost heartbreaking. A part of you almost wants to feel a little bad for EG, but a 250-243 game, take nothing away from UNILAD. A wonderful, wonderful performance, and to stay that composed in that kind of moment, you just can't credit it enough, because that's where often you see players completely fall apart or teams fall apart, but UNILAD, absolutely none of that. And now we head over to a Texas where I'm a little worried if I'm an EG fan.
Not necessarily. I know Scraps has been a monster with this sniper, right? But we saw like Epsilon. Epsilon knew how to handle the pressure, right? Like I think it was Vortex that had to have a great game, but like you know what Scraps is going to do virtually every round. Like he hasn't really mixed it up, right? So I think if EG has done their homework, which the players most certainly have, I would be concerned. Yes, absolutely. But it's a very feasible situation. It's shut down Scraps, win the game.
Well, speaking of Scraps, he's using a sniper rifle. No surprise there. As UNILAD on the attacking side first of all. We'll see if they're going to potentially try and take over that A side, or they're relying on Scraps to try and find a pick, open up that left-hand side lane.
Well, and Scraps isn't going to see anybody. No one's peeking out. No one from EG is down this lane. So, like, again, EG, they know where he's going to be. Just don't give him the opportunity. Don't let him have the chance to show up. Of course, that means you don't want the bomb to get planted either, but I haven't heard very many nades come in. And you see EG, they got all four players, well, three of the players kind of wrapping back, putting pressure on that site.
It's almost as if EG's kind of calling the UNILAD bluff, right? They're saying, well, we don't peek at B. Are they realistically going to push it? Probably not. Moose now with 40 seconds left. Looks like he's going to try and stick the plant. Bomb will go down. Ake's in a sneaky position, though, here to maybe cause some problems. Scrap's still watching the flank. He's going to spot App bottom middle. That could be a key first blood. Bear in mind, it's still 454. Misses the shot. Nameless trying to push up B Street. And Scraps can just play this one slow. Doesn't necessarily need to over-challenge that.
Well, it is going to be Nameless trying to do what Dave has done in the past. Axe is up over top over the bomb. So they got to get a lot of kills. This is a very difficult spot. You see Wuskins is actually going to be able to hunt Nameless down, and there you go. First round, the way of UNILAD. And they just get the bomb down. Like, how many nades did we see come in to hit Moose? I think it was only one. I thought there was 3 players, if not 4, wrapping back to stop that from coming in, but they didn't put the nades down, and, well, they let UNILAD play their round.
And it's worth mentioning, Scraps spots Nameless B Street, right? He has a choice. Go for a potentially overzealous challenge or play back. Plays back and allows his teammate to push straight through and pick up the kill. I think it was Wuskin that ultimately shut down Nameless, but it was just very well worked. Didn't panic, recognized, let me just quickly check bomb. Bomb's good, don't have to worry about it. From there, the round is history, of course. Now, EG, they're on the attacking side. It's going to be App carrying the bomb. Scrap still sniping. Really find the shot onto Aches. Doesn't look like it just yet. Now gets the information Aches is there. But still, no first blood yet.
I would be hard-pressed to believe that Axe is going to even peek that again. He says, okay, we know there's a sniper there. We're just going to avoid it altogether. And Abel spotted this player as well. Those are almost impossible gunfights to win for either player. You are shooting through, you're threading the needle in this situation.
Well, he's trying to thread the needle. Needle maybe just a little too big in that situation. As Scrap spots App. Gonna connect with the pick just yet. Again, still waiting for that first blood to come through, and there Aches collapse onto Scraps. Advantage EG here in round 2.
Nice bait and switch. That's the opening that EG needs. The bomb isn't going down as well. They're waiting for UNILAD to try to respond, because now UNILAD is probably freaking out. They can't let the bomb go down in this situation, but what do? Players trying to sneak up top. Enable. He's been waiting for Shawnee. They were dancing around that gunfight for the entire round. Moose goes for the hero play. Nothing you can do. So you like to see it. They know someone's going to be sniping in the back. Aches sniffed that out, the first 15 seconds of the round. See Apathy go for that shoulder peek low, which is terrifying, but someone's got to do it, right? And then Aches instantly comes from over top. So the bait and switch is real. The strategy is real. You like to see the bounce back round from EG.
Oh, you love it. You definitely do. Managed to just nullify the sniper rifle of UNILAD for a round. Can they do it again, though? Now, UNILAD back on the attacking side. Search all square. At 1 round apiece. I'm curious to see if maybe EG might pull out a sniper of their own at some point. I don't think we'll see it just yet. We'll see if Scraps really can dictate the pace. Of course, he's currently yet to find a pick so far in 2 rounds of gameplay. And whether maybe he might change things up himself.
And once again, though, Straps at the start of the round, he's going to be almost irrelevant. He's going to do the exact same thing once again. So UNILAD, they're going to be passive up. They're trying to play for picks, but so far it doesn't look like EG is budging.
Here's the thing. If I'm UNILAD, right, and I'm Scraps, and this is the second attacking round, I've said, guys, nothing B street. Next attacking round, you hit B. You just fly at it, and you get that bomb down instantly. You force EG to respect that B push, so they have to put resources there. So if you're Scraps, in future rounds, you might actually be able to get a first blood.
This is the time where the third player wraps back to go help IA, but you see the secondary nades coming in because the smoke baited out at least one from Enable. So a couple resources down, but so is that game clock. Just 33 seconds left. UNILAD has to make a move at some point, and again, it seems to be at least double stacked. You got Aches and Enable working the site. They should be able to make these calls. Straps, though, has switched up the spots. Might be able to get a pick. Aches, though, again with the first block.
And now time's ticking. Time is completely against UNILAD. They have to get the bomb down. You're relying on Scraps now to go big with the sniper rifle. Wuskin still hasn't dedicated to the plant. Nameless is going to get away barely with his life. And Enable there to assist. And that's just UNILAD playing too slow.
And they got to win that gunfight. Absolutely, Straps. I mean, he gets one. You got 2 seconds left. Good luck. Have fun. And he gets killed at the end. So no streaks even building for UNILAD. But Wuskin's generally, I know he had a lot of players to deal with, but you got to finish the gunfight against Nameless there.
It's a brave strat from EG, right? You're completely kind of calling the bluff that you know they're going to play the A side. Again, I mentioned it that last round. If you're UNILAD, next attacking round, hit B. Force EG to respect that B push. Because right now, they're just worried about A. And they're set there as the shot clock goes down. You mentioned they just essentially run out of time. But EG, of course, now with the advantage here in the Search and Destroy, a 2-1 lead. They go into the attacking side, and, well, you can see the intent straight off the bat. Bomb carrier already making its way, what looks to be over towards that B side.
Absolutely. Or maybe just playing a little bit slow. The bomb's at least kind of hanging out in that direction. You hear at least, what was that, 2 different smokes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they smoked out either bomb site just to try and get some nades offline. But UNILAD, I think I only heard one go off. Nameless, though, has spotted a player, Wuskin. Goes for the nade and might kind of instant challenge if the player peeks. But yeah, Wuskin surprisingly not even one shot.
Well,
and that time he was. Why? Why would you peek there? To die, I guess? Yeah, probably just to die. Just wanted to be off the map, see if his teammates can clutch a 3v4.
Oh, the free first blood comes in for Nameless. His first of the game makes, of course, with 2. Now, can EG use their numbers to close out this round? 40 seconds left. Bomb carrier has slowly made its way over towards A. You know what? They've read it. But can they stop the push? That, of course, the big question. App dives across. Moose might be first to the fight. No, Shawnee, just bottom middle. Could be influential as this round starts to develop.
And you see where Apathy's planning because you heard the sniper shots coming in from the back. He's making sure he can't get wallbanged. Shawnee wins the huge gunfight, though. Turns it up to a 2v2. Moose has a player weak up top. He's just going to try to run away, but they're going for the hunt. Shawnee takes him down. Now you got a 1 versus 2. Enable going to try to wallbang that bomb. He doesn't even know if he's on or off it, so he's got to push. And the player's coming over top. Moose is probably just going to win this one, shoot the player in the back. And that is a very good retake from UNILAD just for Shawnee. That was win that gunfight up the steps is massive. Like, you can't lose those if you're Aches. Those are some of the easiest gunfights you'll have, just staring down the stairs. Of course, who knows how the timing worked out for him, but great round from UNILAD. You love to see it.
As soon as I saw him start to make that little push bottom middle, you could just see that was the crack in the EG armor, and Shawnee exploited it to the fullest. I think the key there, however, was the effect he actually wrapped all the way back to his teammates, so they could force that complete 2v4 retake, and ultimately, of course, managed to win the round. So a good response there from UNILAD. Now, of course, they're on the attacking side. Let's see if they do something different, because so far, it's been bland. And it looks as if, early on, it might be more of the same, unless potentially a quick plant comes through, something different, because it just seems like UNILAD, it seems, honestly, that they're more in a fight here against the shot clock on their attacking side than EG themselves.
And it doesn't seem like they're mixing it up too much. Maybe they're going for a bit of an earlier smoke, so we'll see how EG reacts to it. But if I'm EG, you don't even really have to invest too much. But yeah, quick wraparound, going to be aggressively now. You got Scraps looking over top. There's a lot of pressure, though, inside of the ship right now for EG. So if that bomb goes over, there's a couple players that might be able to get the pick. And yeah, you know what? They're scared of it.
And bear in mind, Moose close to streaks as well. And that might be why all of a sudden the round slows down just a tad more. If he's able to get the plant, he's going to get extremely close. And you want to see Shawnee just kind of collapse bottom middle, look to his right. That's App. Moose does fall. No streaks, but Shawnee with the instant double kill trade. And that now it puts him close to streaks as well, and able trying to rain some shots down, but this a 3v2 for UNILAD. Honestly, could see that rotation come through, but the problem is Aches already ready and waiting at the A site.
And of course, you see Shawnee has the opportunity to potentially work on the flank, and he's going to do it slowly. Scraps did not.
Oh, he doesn't see him.
The player up top. He sees Aches down low, and this might be an opportunity. He's over up top and shoot the player in the back, and he's going to do just that. 1 versus 2, though. Enable has the information, and he has time on his side, and he wins the second gunfight. Scraps is going on the hunt, but he's got to find the kill. You don't have time. You got to push him and Enable. Picks himself a corner, sits nice and pretty, and that's a round win. And that's a huge round win as well for EG.
It is. And you just think if Scraps spots him, top window, when they make that rotation over towards A, Enable, no chance of finding the first kill, and definitely not the second, that's for sure. But a wonderful clutch there from Enable. Gives EG the advantage once again.
I can't believe you didn't see him.
Yeah,
like up top, because I mean, a lot of times if players are stationary, they're very difficult to spot, especially up in that top window. But like he was walking around as well. So again, costly mistakes. You know, you go back and rewatch it and just shed a tear.
I think he's so worried about Aches being down low because he'd already obviously spotted him once. His main focus was there, and it's just one of those unfortunate things where he doesn't see him. Advantage EG, however, 3-2 up. They go back onto the attacking side, and immediately the intent, the A side.
And Aches pulling out the bar means he's going to be a little bit more aggressive, right, to find the player that he's found quite a few times, and that's Scraps. But yeah, this is a very quick plant. They just get the bomb down for free. He gets out of dodge, so EG, they make the right play call. They get the bomb down quicker than we've seen any teams really do on Texas lately.
They just went to it.
UNILAD at the same time, though. They've been able to retake once. They're going to be able to do it again, potentially. Scraps has got to get the first pick, but honestly, that's a bit of an easy shot for him. I know it's close range, but after you expect someone to be there. And Shawnee gets the second. They're just going to let it ride.
Wow, you talk about the retakes. It could be happening again. Shawnee gets the information, and Enable gets collapsed upon, and that is just a perfect retake from UNILAD. They say, all right, lads, you want a rush plant? Go ahead. We don't mind. We'll retake without losing anyone.
And that right there is the benefit of having a sniper. EG hasn't been rocking with one. If you get the bomb down in that situation, have a player snipe all the way in the back, and maybe he's able to pick Scraps before Scraps just kind of crawls up the left side. They didn't put any pressure on that left side because their free-for-all Scraps is sniper. But again, Scraps makes the perfect call. To be that aggressive with a sniper, just slow peeking it, that makes a very good play.
3-3. All tied up once again. Of course, Scraps not really had much success in the first blood column outside of one round, of course, but it's kills just like that. Just continue rounds. Is that now trying to get aggressive? Shawnee shuts that one down, and we've been saying Shawnee's name a lot. Currently 9-4, his second first blood of the map. Enable looks to just try and trade that out, but you're not going to find the angle there. Going to have to rework this somewhat as UNILAD with a numbers advantage. You want to see him try and work a bomb site now.
At the same time, though, we have seen UNILAD costed by the clock before, so they don't have too much time to waste. I know there's plenty of time on the clock, but again, they've been playing like some turtles. And that bomb, though, it's still all the way in the back. Scraps, again, aggressive with that sniper, but this is a much more difficult shot for him to hit.
He's feeling himself, though. Seen him hit crazy things before here in the CWL Pro League, and, well, that's a freebie. Aches falls, 4v2. UNILAD now should be able to just completely take control of that A site. Expect the bomb to go down relatively soon. 28 seconds left on the clock. Wuskin jiggle peeking. She's going to spot Enable now, so they have information on where he is. Again, gets the nice little timing as he sees him go up top. Wuskin just needs to bleed the clock a little bit here. Scraps shuts down Enable. Nicely done. Now you got Nameless, who, ironically enough, did bring out the sniper rifle. I brought it up earlier on whether EG were going to try and adapt. If there was anyone that could do it on this squad, you'd put your money on it being Nameless. He's able to find one kill, of course, but you're in a 1v3, 22 seconds on the clock. I mean, maybe you find another pick, or you just fall. UNILAD, again, with the advantage.
And that, to me, is Scraps with the sniper again, right? Like, he's playing aggressive once again. I generally just don't think Aches would ever expect that guy to be there. You're used to seeing him all the way in the back, and he didn't wide peek that part. He wide peeked for the perfect spot that Scraps was in. So it's unfortunate more than anything else for Aches, and it's a good play call once again for Scraps. And we talked about he doesn't mix things up very often, but how many times they look down B Street, see nothing, he's like, I'll just go somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else with a sniper, and he's just racking up the sniper kills as well, man. And, of course, got to point it out, Shawnee 10-4. We love talking about snipers. Shawney's 10-4.
And
how can you not?
The kills he's been picking up as well have been winning UNILAD rounds. It's not just like, you know, random kills, whether in 4v1s and he gets the scrap kills. Nah, he really has had a massive search and destroy here, as he's actually getting close to streaks himself, but App draws first blood. Moose looking to maybe trade something out. Scraps rotates now over towards the B side, and, well, App should die, but no, goes for the quickscope instead, misses the second, and Nameless makes him pay. Moose drops as well, and now Shawnee, who, again, playing for those streaks in a 1v4, you just want to see him get the streak, right? That's the key here for Shawnee.
And you know where players are as well, but at the same time, you're just kind of stuck. Like, someone's going to be staring at the middle of the ship. Someone's going to be staring at this door. He's tough. He's got to hope Apathy just wide peeks. If Apathy does, and he can't even chase the kill, though. He can't afford it. He knows he's going to be pinned down no matter what happens, so he's going for the prayer.
I'm surprised to see App actually double challenge that because they know Shawnee's close to streaks. They should have full information, but Enable wants the kill. And he goes for it.
And that's a huge round. EG, they show a new strat. They take the smokes. They play aggressive. They push straight forward because they know Scraps has been over by A with that sniper now. They get control. And to Shawnee's credit, he makes the play call. He sees 2 players go by. They just didn't execute on the kills. But that's huge. That shows something new that UNILAD is going to have to react to. Should we see like another defensive round for him, right? So pulling tricks out of the bag for the important match. Loser gets relegated. You can't have it happen.
Especially when you're 1-0 down for EG. Definitely want to bounce back here in game 2, search and destroy. On board now with Apathy, of course, EG on the defensive side. You can see App's intent straight off the bat here. Very, very fast down low push. Is he going to go any further or just back away? Of course, he knows UNILAD plays slow every attacking round, and looks like UNILAD may be doing more of the same. Is Nameless sniping? Nope, no snipe from Nameless. And you can see defensively, EG, they'll stay here all day, Chance.
Yeah, it's just UNILAD kind of going back to their default setup, which, I mean, they've been mildly successful. It's not the end of the world, but you see Scraps is beginning to move up that B-bomb site. And then, you know, there's players in the bottom of the ship. So, yeah, he's been pulling off kills in different spots. So he is absolutely making the adjustments for the team. Of course, the first blood did not go in UNILAD's favor, so it's still a 3v3, and the time is still ticking down.
That's the key, though. The time is ticking down. It feels like UNILAD are just waiting for Scraps to make that pick, waiting for him to get into a position to really make something happen. And if Wuskin falls for a first blood, now you're in a 3v3. Again, Scraps being the aggressor, and he's the guy with the sniper rifle, and it's going to be Aches again. The target. Scraps misses the first shot. Is Aches going to repeat? He does, and Scraps is going to make him pay. Now it's a 4v2, 17 seconds left. Enable does find the pick on Moose. That was big. Moose, of course, trying to plant the bomb. Shawnee there for the trade. Now it's a 2v1. Nameless, last man up. 8 seconds on the clock. Kill Shawnee. The trade comes through. Advantage UNILAD.
And like, oh my God. Like, I think Shawnee's probably had the most important kill of this map, going up the stairs to take down Aches for the 2v4 many rounds ago. But Scraps is everywhere. He's everywhere getting picks. He was down B Street near the bomb, picks a player in the middle of the ship. His next kill, he's on the other bomb site, on the other side of the map. Like, he's everywhere. It's the backbone of UNILAD's strategy, and it might not be a great strategy, but he's hitting shots consistently.
The problem for EG is they're respecting the sniper too much, right? And because of that, Scraps is saying, well, I'll just take control of the map. If you're not going to challenge me and you're going to allow me to get, far up on the map, get control of these sites, I will. And I'm not going to miss. And, we've seen him just take advantage of Aches a few times so far. He sits at 8-5. Again, they'll take nothing away from Shawnee. An 11-6 game for him as he's down low. UNILAD 1 round away from going 2-0 up in this relegation match. And Moose draws first blood. That, a big one. Can EG bounce back?
And those are insane shots from Moose as well. It's not an easy angle. Again, we said it was, threading the needle. He does just that for the first blood, trying to win this round and close it out. Apathy is in a decent spot. I know it's like a day 1 spot, but it does work very, very well.
Because it's a day 1 spot. It's day, 200 or 100 and something at this point? People often don't really check it. And you see App just willing to lie there, but you're relying on your teammates to get something, and Scraps with the angle on A, and Abel could be in trouble. He is. 4 versus 2, and EG have fallen apart.
4 versus 2, and what do you do, man? Apathy's going for the plant, but once he gets this down, I think they even know that he's in the sneaky spot just because of the bomb plant location. But he is able to get out with his life, but I mean, what's going to happen? Apathy's got to clutch the 1v4. He has bombed down, but that's all he's got. No sniper as well. He's got to be nice and close, and the bomb's getting defused right away. Scraps is going to be over top. He doesn't have time, and UNILAD with the convincing 6-4 win over Evil Geniuses, going up 2-0 in the series now.
And it's worth mentioning that the perfect play, right? As soon as you recognize Apathy all by himself, he ultimately manages to find that kill lower ship, hop on bomb, force App's hand. You have players and resources around that can defend your diffuser. A wonderful decision there from UNILAD. And as you said, Chance, UNILAD 2-0 up. EG, their backs now truly against the wall in what is a must-win series if they want to avoid relegation. But it all started, of course, with that crazy Ardennes Forest hardpoint. Ends in unreal fashion. UNILAD clutch up to the max. Then, of course, the search and destroy, a back and forth map on USS Texas, but UNILAD take it. Up next, CTF. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final day of Division B games. We've already had 2 games in the books, including a playoff match, of course, and now it's a relegation matchup where the loser gets relegated. It's UNILAD versus EG, of course. UNILAD with the advantage. They're 2-0 up in the series, and we're having an interesting conversation about the series EG lost against Epsilon and the maps they played, and it's a little similar to the ones we've seen so far today.
Yeah, I think it was Texas that Epsilon took them down on for one of the search and destroys, and then the CTF was on the docks. And it was EG that went 2-0 up in 50 seconds and then blew the lead, and I think lost like 5-3, I think it was. So it's a little bit of theorizing. If you lose to Epsilon in this map, do you think UNILAD is even better?
Well, we'll wait and see. I'll probably have an answer for you there, Chance, in about 10 minutes.
Well, that's cheating at that point.
Yes, it is.
Hindsight 20.
Of course, the big game of the day that occurred before this, a 3-0. Be ironic if this.
Can you imagine? Like, come on. We hype this day up. It is the perfect situation. Well, okay, in fairness, obviously, the series have still been very, very tight. They've been great games. We had a 6-5 for the Search and Destroy earlier with Spice and United. We had a 252-43 with a nutty ending for this one. So the games have been good. So give us more.
Yeah, we want
Let us see more. Or just, 3-0, 3-0. Let's get on to, what is it, LG phase for the end.
For one seed.
Either way, though, EG trying to make the comeback. Like, they don't want to have the final week before they go into Birmingham of losing to every European team possible. You can't have that. It's just, it would be awful, but we have a very good chance of seeing that at this point because they got 3 maps they need to win to avoid relegation. Can they turn their game around here?
Oh, they're going to do it. Starts on a London Docks CTF, like you mentioned, for UNILAD. Now, it's just all about closing the series out. Shut the doors and guarantee your spot in Stage 2. More importantly, the Call of Duty World Championship at the end of the year. Playoffs no longer a chance, of course, for UNILAD, but still, so much on the line here. And you mentioned it earlier on, the quality of teams that we'll see in the relegation tournament. It's not a place you want to be. But back to this one, of course, the London Docks CTF early on, looking now at Moose, pushing over towards that B Street, finds the pick, and I think it's App. He's going to have to turn around here. Moose is in a good spot, but unfortunately for him, Aches spawns directly behind him, but Aches doesn't spot him. Moose gets the timing, and somehow Aches still wins the gunfight.
Oh, do you know how pissed Aches would have been if like he spawns up and dies a half second later? That would have been awful. Either way, though, UNILAD, that is the opportunity for them to pour on the pressure. This flag is out. There are 2 players, though, from EG on both sides. Enable can make a play, chooses not to shoot. He is actually going to shoot, gives away his position, and now that player can stay alive, or Shawnee could just win the gunfight, and they can go up 1-0 in 1 minute and 10 seconds. What a start from UNILAD.
A wonderful start from them. Now, can Shawnee earn the streaks? That is going to be key. Of course, Scraps, he's already trying to push up. Has that gunfight with Aches. Aches, one shot. Scraps cleans up with a pistol. Shawnee again, looking to get those streaks. A flag touch is going to put him dangerously close. Just an assist is all he needs, but at this point, just go. Just cap that flag. If he gets the flag cap, he's going to get himself some streaks, but no, is he going to cut inside? He didn't necessarily even need to, but the assist comes through that saves the day. It was Moose with the kill on Aches, and now with the fighter pilot earned, the flag should be good to run in, but you see just how cautious he's being. Players over towards that left-hand side barrel, but the dive comes through 2-0 UNILAD.
That's smart as well. I'm pretty sure he did that just to wait out the stuns. I don't think the fear was a player coming out and challenging, but he makes sure a player could come up, watch the cross from inside barrels, doesn't have to worry about getting stunned inches away. At the same time, though, EG is a counter cap already. And now they're actually going to be able to try to rally score. They have complete control. They know the enemy's trapped in the base, and they won 2 gunfights as well. So this is huge for them to get back into the game. Of course, the Suns are reverse swap coming in, and now Aches has to deal with the glide bomb, and you respect the pressure. EG, great job of bouncing back. UNILAD says, we'll burn you out of our base, even if it costs us a glide bomb.
Worthwhile investment from Shawnee. UNILAD still with a 2-1 advantage. 2.5 minutes now gone here in the first half of the CTF. And Scraps now looking to do some damage over towards EG's flag. He may actually be able to get himself a touch if he wins the gunfight, but Nameless to his right didn't spot him. And for now, EG look to try and push out. Of course, it is going to be Moose, though, that could cause some problems.
And a talking point for EG has been how safe they play when there are kill-off streaks. Apathy is a kill-off streaks. We've seen him fail to execute a handful of times. Of course, it's not easy to do so, but he's waiting for the kill. And in CTF, you absolutely have more time to wait for the kill, so finally, they have executed that. It is something that EG absolutely needs long-term in this series to have those streaks to respond to UNILAD. That they still have that fighter pilot to have that opening play. So the question is, how are they going to use them? Right now, EG, mild amount of, at least mid-map control, a little bit of presence, and they're just waiting for some more kills.
Yeah, at this point, if you're EG, you can wait for Aches to come off spawn and then start your assault, but unfortunately Enable will fall. And now UNILAD instantly just kind of shift into a new gear. They try and push out, but the kill's favorable for EG. App still just working that left-hand side. Wuskin ultimately cleans him up, but Aches now with the flag pull. Wuskin with the double. Can Wuskin somehow defend? It's going to be Nameless trying to pull the flag straight through the middle of the map, and honestly, he may be good here.
No, yeah, absolutely not. He's going to get taken down, going to get full streaks to Weskins. He pulled in the wrong direction. He had to go call. Once Apathy takes that first gunfight, the player off spawn over by trains, everyone else is going to spawn by trains, because like you had Aches that was in the base. So I think it's just a bad route. Maybe Nameless got like streaks off the pull. I don't know how many points he got, but at the very least, we saw Weskins get fully streaked out. Nameless gets nothing. So bad routing. Nice stop from UNILAD. Now they're trying to burn more streaks, responding to the pressure. They know 2 are in call. Weskins, good luck, man. You got a couple gunfights to win.
We'll see if his teammate's full. You may see the artillery barrage kind of forced, but doesn't need to. 2 kills go through. Aches should be traded out, but no. Aches pops the double, and Wuskin still at the back, waiting to see if anyone was trying to be sneaky and go for that little cheeky pull. Has the support of Moose here, and 30 seconds left. UNILAD still with the advantage.
And EG just has to take the time to clear out their base, right? So they don't even get a lot of map control out of it, and it looks like Wuskin's, well, he's just playing incredibly slow. It looks like UNILAD, unless they get a nice wave of kills here, are just making sure that EG doesn't get that last flag, but gunfight's over by this side. Scraps comes out on top. Maybe one player for EG. Aches has an opportunity here, but I think just too many players for him to deal with. He's going to get shot from all sorts of directions here, so go for the hero play. It's not going to pay off, and UNILAD with a pretty solid first half for them. They have the lead, and I think they have 3 more streaks to work with, 2 fighter pilots and an artillery strike.
Yep, they have the artillery barrage. Drop down at any point, but bear in mind, App, of course, he managed to get a couple of streaks of his own. We'll see when, of course, those streaks will come into effect. EG just down by 1. 5 minutes of gameplay to see if they can either force an overtime or take the map and take us to a game 4.
And the terrifying thing is, for both of these teams, this game could spiral out of control in either direction very, very quickly. It seems like that's what the fear for UNILAD. They're playing very, very slow. Like Wuskins, we've seen him just, play like a turtle. They're trying to just be controlled, which maybe is the right call. Maybe EG can kind of take advantage of it. But again, UNILAD just full spread straight across the map, but they're losing at least some of the gunfights. Now EG can attack the middle and right side of the map. Wuskins, though, they're trying to find him, hunt him down. And he's come up a little bit clutch for his team.
Yep, managed to find a double, and Shawnee responds to the double of his own. And, you reference, of course, Wuskin's playstyle. There's a time and a place for it, right? That's the key, and so far, it's working out wonderfully for him. It really is. Just being that last man, almost a sweeper-keeper role, if you will. And it's just not giving EG any chances of pulling that flag successfully. Wuskin now, though, going to use a streak, shuts down Nameless, actually tags up App as well. If Enable was to fall, they know where Apathy is, and Aches drops, and honestly, EG could be in some serious trouble.
Scraps might be able to get the flag out. 1 player alive. He's got to win the gunfight. Apathy comes up huge for 1. Moose is on the side, and that player's trapped in. Still, though, you got to win the gunfight. He looks away. Wuskins, though, is going to be the man. Picks up 2 on a 3 streak. Has the flag in hand. If he gets the score, that might be even more streaks. Shawnee knows there's a player beat cut, and a player sneaking through. Scraps, though, is trying to hunt him down, but the glide bomb gets called in, and that's so they can get the flag out. Apathy might be in and away.
Enable still there, trying to fight his way through. Shawnee will fall. Wuskin versus Enable. Enable wins the gunfight with a double, pulls the flag, returns the flag, and somehow, some way, EG survived that flag pull. 1 player in hot pursuit, it's Scraps, and Scraps may get some blessed timing, he does, but ultimately falls. The trade should come through. Is Aches going to be able to get away with the flag? That stun doesn't connect. Aches should be good to run this one in. We're all tied up. 2 flags apiece.
And how smart. I don't know who called in the glide bomb, it was Apathy, whoever it was, but to kill the person in the back instead of the flag carry, genius stuff, like 200 IQ play, whatever you call it. These players have laser eyes, by the way, in those fighter pilots. I have no idea how they're spotting these players, but they're consistent. Shawnee's coming around back. He's going to be able to pick up 1. Now Nameless, he's just caught between a rock and a hard place. This should be a flag pull. Scraps has it in hand, pulls it the right direction, but
once again,
Enable.
Once again, it's Enable, and he goes for the pre-fire on Shawnee. Has him 1 shot. Not going to return the flag. Now it's down to Aches. Aches not going to kill Shawnee. Of course, the streak's being rained in from above. That's Apathy with the fighter pilot, and Aches has now put himself in a position where he has to go big for the team. Challenges, teammate gets the kill. Nameless still there. Will Nameless dive onto the flag? He won't be able to get it. Scraps with a double. He now picks up the flag. However, 1 player has snuck through. It's going to be Apathy, and it looks like he's instantly just going to go for the counter, but little does he know. Player spawns lower docks. It doesn't even matter. Apathy deletes Shawnee, and for somehow, again, keeps EG in this game.
Got to turn it around, though. Yeah, EG, they got to get a Hail Mary to stop that flag return from coming in. The pressure's there, but they might get past. 1 player got past. It's Aches. He has to go big. He wins the gunfight, and he might be able to get that return, or the flag pickup as well. But yeah, where do you even go after that, right? Like, you got to run through an artillery. You have to win 18 more gunfights. More streaks come in.
Yep.
The pressure is getting poured on, all on top of Evil Geniuses. They have so much to deal with.
And App makes another brilliant play, it's worth saying, in that succession of events, but it doesn't even matter. The artillery barrage comes in clutch. Now it's UNILAD with the 1 flag lead. App with the flag, goes for the challenge, and Wuskin is going to be weak. The glide bomb comes through. The glide bomb actually doesn't even connect with the kill. Wuskin ultimately drops. Moose now trades out Nameless, but Mappin, the final 90 seconds here are getting a little intense.
Aches won another huge gunfight. He won a big one once again, and now he's going to go through. He's going to get that flag cap in, and just like that, EG, how many streaks have these players had to deal with? At least 5 or 6 just in this half, and the pressure's getting poured on. 2 players for EG inside of fire. They got players on either side. Complete control for the moment for Evil Geniuses. Still, though, got to win the gunfight.
Aches, he is key for me here because he is a player who could get those streaks, but no, gets mowed down by Scraps' fighter pilot, and instantly UNILAD can breathe a little bit. If they're able to shut down Enable here, which they will, he gets traded out. 4 players down. Now UNILAD flood. They take map control. Can they, with 40 seconds left, try and get a flag cap of their own?
Playing for the win, playing aggressive. Players on the side. That's Moose picks up one. That's going to cause the distraction. UNILAD, again, now it is EG that is trapped in their base, but you got to win the gunfights. I don't think any more streaks are going to be in play. Enable, though, has had clutch kills. Scraps has had clutch kills. Pushing forward, surging forward. Going to try to get this flag out. I don't know what kind of utility they have, but Moose is still on the flank, has an AR, kills Enable, 2 down. Afty's alive. He's going to get taken down after picking up 2. Aches, he's got to be the hero once again.
He has to make the right decision here. Wuskin mid-map. Wuskin gets the kill. Flag. Home sweet home. All Moose has to do is run this one in, and Evil Geniuses will fall to 7th place, and they will be relegated. UNILAD, the 3-0 sweep.
Oh, the thorn in the side of EG has been Europe, where they have to travel to next week, and they are not going to be happy there. UNILAD, of course, amazing 2 weeks. I think they were a team everyone thought was going to get relegated. We expected them at the start to find 7th, and I think in the end, they were like a map away from making playoffs. How close they literally